Good day, how are ya? Irish Zero here again. Hope you're all well. I'm fine. Thank you very much for asking. Um, and this one, it's mainly gonna be a review, which it seems this could be review week. Although I don't know what I could review tomorrow, but I've done two already this week. Um, and it's a review, and it'll segue into a new story that came out earlier this week. And the review was for San Andreas, which came out Friday. And warning, spoilers. So you have been warned. Um, it's San Andreas. Quick rundown: stars The Rock, where he plays a fire rescue guy, and it's your typical disaster movie. Seems they come out regularly at summertime, where you always have to destroy American landmarks. It's typically New York, but this time around it's happening in San Andreas in San Francisco, and it has the same kind of, it ticks all the same boxes where you have a divorced a divorced guy who is either divorced or estranged from his wife. He tries to have a relationship with his daughter. They get separated. She has her own story in the tragedy. He has his own story in the tragedy, and it all comes together. There's a lot of science stuff about earthquakes. There's whole things like an earthquake shakes all over California, in California, yeah. And and The Rock has nothing. His character has nothing to do with like the science behind it. He's just doing it. And then it cuts to some other scientist, some scientist who like he's figured it out, and but he doesn't really do anything because you can't stop the earthquakes. He just tells you what's happening and why it's happening and the science behind it, which I'm sure some nerds say, it's not really like that. If it were real life, it would be whatever. You can kind of tell almost right from the beginning how it's going to end, and it was still enjoyable. Even though those movies are predictable, they're kind of enjoyable. I watched it all until the very very end, where they all get rescued, and they're looking out at the ocean, and the wife, of course, she gets back together with The Rock, and they're all hugging each other. Goes, oh, what are we gonna do now? And then it cuts to an American flag waving. It's like, oh. Then Rock says, oh, we start all over. It's like, oh, we get it, go America. Can't they just cut that out for the international release? It's because it just show beautiful scenery. Just show beautiful scenery, and just Rock looking at the world says, it's a beautiful world. We'll start all over again. But no, had to show the American flag waving. Yay, go America. I don't know why, but that just really bothered me. That kind of really took me out. It's like, no matter what happened up to that point, it's like, ugh, no, I can't. But yeah, I mean, it's a time passer, really. It's your summer disaster film. And is the Golden Gate Bridge? I think that's what it's called in San Francisco. Is that the new Statue of Liberty? Because whenever you see these disaster films, it always shows the Statue of Liberty. That's how you know the world's messed up, or the world's coming to an end. The Statue of Liberty breaks or gets destroyed. But now it seems to be the Golden Gate Bridge. That's the new thing. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. I think, unless it's a joke, I think the sequel to Olympus Has Fallen is going to be London Has Fallen. Is that the next one? I don't know if that was a joke. Whatever. I don't care. So yeah, so that's happening. That's your disaster film. I mean, go see it. I mean, it looks good. Special effects look good. If you don't want to see it, wait till it shows up on Netflix, I suppose. But it leads me into a story where The Rock is now said to be starring in the remake of Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favourite movies of all time. Love Kurt Russell. Love the movie. It's funny as hell. He's great as hell. What makes the movie work is, Jack Burton is this average guy in this crazy situation with all magic, and he's thrown into this situation. The Rock isn't an average guy. He's incredibly big. Depending on who you ask, good looking. Depends on who you ask. Fucking, I'm not ashamed to say he's a good looking guy. Real. I'm not going to say he's roided up. I don't know if he is. It's probably just all, he just works out really, really well. Um, and yeah, he's not an average guy. He's not someone everyone can relate to. It's like, oh yeah, I can imagine myself in that situation. Like, I'm sure it'll be funny. I'm sure he'll be good, but it won't have the same spirit. I mean, it would have to be an almost completely different film to make it work with The Rock. So, I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. I love Big Trouble in Little China. I love the comic books that I think are still coming out. I haven't read. I'm waiting till they're all finished. I haven't read a few issues, the latest issues in a while. Could be good, but I mean, remakes. Well, film as special as that, especially since the film is such a cult classic. It was a commercial flop. No one watched that movie when that came out. But anyway, maybe no one will watch it again when it comes out. But it's worth a try. So yeah, and if you haven't seen Big Trouble in China, I think it's on the American Netflix. It could be on Sky as well. It's not on the Irish Netflix, which is kind of lame. Let's go see Big Trouble in China. Great film. Absolutely love it. So that's it for now. Until tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow will be doing a video tomorrow. Hopefully not a review. Hopefully I'll leave the review for now. Till then, have a good one.